So my name's David Porter. I'm the director of a company called Surge Marketing Solutions, and this is my big interview. So we're a marketing agency specialised in digital marketing. So the team's made up of graphic designers, website developers, and marketeers. So we have content writers, Google specialists, and social media specialists as well. We work with quite a broad spectrum of companies, to be honest. So we have experience in engineering firms, manufacturing, retail. I'd say where we've got the most experience is kind of more like activity companies, so theme parks, shopping centres, go-karting companies and stuff. So we love to kind of work with a lot of fun businesses because it just means we can be a lot more creative with our ideas. Obviously you're quite restricted with some businesses you work with in terms of what you're allowed to deliver. But when you find like with a shopping centre or a go-karting track, for example, yeah, you can get away with a lot more. I love that Teesside's becoming known for digital. If you go back, kind of, we were an industrial town, and then we kind of became a call centre town. So it's nice to be known for digital rather than other industries from the past. There just seems to be a huge amount of talent, especially coming out of Teesside University, for gaming, for marketing, for web design development. We've got some organisations around here that are dealing with like huge organisations from around the world, and it makes you quite proud to think that's all happening within Teesside. I tell you what's nice, if you look in Ireland, and I think it's in Dublin, you kind of see all the main head offices you've got LinkedIn, you've got Facebook, and I just think it'll be, considering how much talent there is in the Northeast, it'll be really nice to see that. Failing that, a holodeck like on Star Trek would be pretty awesome, especially with the gaming community. I'm pretty sure we could do some cool stuff there.
So who is the most famous person you've met and in what circumstances?
Renee Zellweger. And weird. So basically, a girl that I used to be with years and years and years ago, her brother-in-law was a Hollywood producer, and he's from England, he's from Teesside originally, and then moved down south. So he was producing the film for, what's it called? Beatrix Potter. So that was filmed in Northumberland. So we got to go on set. Well, I say on set, we were in the middle of a field. But we got to kind of stand there and watch them film Beatrix Potter. And then she came over and spoke to us afterwards, but it was really surreal because she's a method actor, which means she stays in character. So she was sat there still talking as if she was Beatrix Potter, which was really, really weird. That's really difficult because I've got to Glastonbury quite a bit. So I'll be going, this will be my 5th year, I think. So every Glastonbury is memorable for its own reasons. I mean, I think a couple of years ago, it was up at the, there was just people walking around naked and stuff, like, which is crazy. And you just think, oh God, there's Alice from Accounts. Obviously not Alice from my accounts, but I'm just saying, you just think these people that could be totally normal everyday life, and then they're just strutting the stuff naked, walking around the festival. Crazy. There was like a 75-year-old guy walking around in a blue dress, like nothing was, total normal day.
That sounds so class.
Yeah, there goes Sid. So yeah, it's one to go to, definitely. I don't really follow sports anymore, to be honest. I take part in golf, and I say that pretty loosely because I'm pretty poor at it. But I am trying to get better. And then I play a bit of squash, but that is, again, very, very new. That's just me trying to get fit and do it in a fun way. I'd probably say my bronze swimming certificate and the time I got the brick out of the pool.
You what? You got the brick out the pool?
You must be a good swimmer then.
No. You never do that when you're at school, when you did swimming lessons. You used to throw a rubber brick to the bottom. And
a rubber one, like a rubber one.
You had to swim down and get it. That's pretty much my biggest achievement in sports, I'd say. So I do a few. So I'm part of BNI, but it's not really networking, it's more referral marketing. So it's about kind of building relationships with people. So I've been part of that for about 6 years. But that works really, really well. But I think it's like Marmite, you either love it or you hate it. But it's been fantastic for my business. We've generated huge amounts of contacts, some really good relationships. It's helped me as well with my business acumen. And I've always kind of got a really good, strong network of people around me. If I've got any issues, any problems, I've always got someone I can pick up the phone to and speak to. And of course, it's also generated huge amounts of work for us. Second to that, going back to be playing golf badly, I'm part of something called For Business, which is a golf networking event. And that's really good. So we get to play at Rockcliffe Hall once a month, and they just put you with 3 other golfers. And typically they're all directors, because not many people can kind of sack the day off for the day to go play golf. So that's pretty good. You get a chance to kind of network beforehand. And then obviously you're on a course for, I'd say 4 hours, but it's more like 6 when I'm playing, to be honest. I live in Ingerby Barwick, over in Stockton. It's just a nice place to live, to be honest. I mean, I've lived there since I was about 12-year-old, so it wasn't as fun back then because there was only one bus that went every hour, and all my friends lived in Acklam. So at the beginning, it wasn't very fun. But yeah, now as an adult, it's good. It's got everything I need in there. I can get onto the main roads quite quickly, and it's just a nice community over there.
Have you ever lived anywhere else, or have you just always lived?
Yeah. Well, I'm from Huddersfield originally, but that's, I made the decision at 3-year-old that I should probably move to Teesside because I knew there was going to be a booming, obviously, digital area. And then I lived in Acklam. I went to school in Middlesbrough and Acklam. Tomahawk.
Oh yeah, loads of people have been saying about that. What do you get?
Fillet steak all day long. Oh, loads of ways. I can't think of any now. No, we do recycle. We recycle at work, so we've separated everything out, so we make sure everything's recycled correctly. I've been thinking about an electric car. It's pretty kind, but I haven't bought one yet, so we'll see. I think I'd miss the sound of the engine, to be honest with you. My accountant's telling me that it's a good move to do because it, as well as being good for the environment, obviously there's a lot of tax relief and stuff, but I just think I'd miss the sound of the engine, to be honest.
You'd be able to find a car park space really easily though.
You really would, but I also feel like they're silent killers. Like, you don't hear people coming in them, do you? So me and my mate were out probably a couple of months ago actually, and we were just walking past. There was a homeless guy kind of sat on the street, so we got chatting to him. We ended up kind of going in, buying him a pizza, getting some food for him and stuff and a drink, and then we ended up just sitting down and talking to him for half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Looking back, I don't know whether that was an act of kindness or not. We probably did his head in for that 45 minutes, but actually it was nice. We kind of found out about him and kind of why he was in that position. It was pretty it was sad and unfortunate as well. It seemed like there was a lot of unfortunate events that had kind of happened to him. But I just feel like taking that time to kind of speak to someone that most people had just walked past. But then we didn't take a photo and put it on Facebook, so did it really happen? I would, but then everyone would know it. Setting up a healthy eating restaurant in Teesside, and choosing that over going travelling, because that was my choice. A teleportation device. It's just so much easier to get from A to B, wouldn't it? If you had to be in London or Hawaii or wherever you wanted and you just got sick, you're done. That'd be amazing.
That is mine.
Or if you're in an argument, you're like, nope.
Yeah, and push them into it.
If you could say a sentence that the whole world could hear, what would you say?
Don't be a twat. Which is pretty much the start of every religion, and it could just be very summarised as that one sentence. Easy, my little toe. Because you only know you've got one when you stub it. And I just think it's pointless. So I could happily lose that and be okay. And we've just started working with a client that does toe implants. So if I did lose it and miss it, they could give me a new toe. So yeah, I think my little toe definitely.
Right, last what one superpower would you have?
I'd be a sorcerer. I think that's a superpower, isn't it? Like a wizard. Of course it is.
Hero or villain?
Hero.
Yeah, happy?
Yep.
Good. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know. When I see it back, I might say something different.
See what comes out.
Yeah. How was that? Was that alright?
Yeah, that was really good.
Brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant.